Imagine peering deep into the darkness of space and seeing the past. Not yesterday, not last year, but billions of years ago. That's the magic of light in the cosmos. It travels slowly, patiently, stubbornly, and some of it began its journey before our sun was even born, before Earth had a name, before atoms on this planet had ever thought of becoming human. In space, distance is time. The farther we look, the older the universe appears. And when we talk about the oldest objects ever discovered, we're not just dusting off cosmic antiques. We're touching the cradle of time itself. These are relics from when the universe was still wiping the Big Bang from its eyes. Let's start with a bang. Literally, the cosmic microwave background. It's not an object you can hold, but it's the first light that ever existed. A whisper from when the universe was just 380,000 years old. If the universe were a 100-year-old person, this light comes from its first few hours of life. It's not just old, it's primordial. It blankets the cosmos like an invisible aura, a baby picture of everything. Now fast forward to galaxy GN-Z11. Spotted by the Hubble Space Telescope, this little smudge is over 13.4 billion light-years away. That means the light we're seeing left this galaxy when the universe was only a few 100 million years old. That's cosmic infancy. Think about it. When GN-Z11 released its photons, not a single planet in our solar system existed. Not even the atoms that would one day become Earth were assembled yet. But wait, there's more. Enter HD 140283, also known as the Methuselah star. Astronomers named it after the oldest man in the Bible, and for good reason. This star is estimated to be about 14.5 billion years old. Yes, you heard that right. That's older than the universe itself, at least based on some measurements. Of course, there's a margin of error, but still, when your age challenges the timeline of reality, you're kind of a big deal. Then we find ourselves face to face with ancient black holes. Quasar J0313-1806 is the oldest and most massive quasar we've ever discovered. It dates back to just 670 million years after the Big Bang. And yet, it's already powered by a black hole 1.6 billion times the mass of the Sun. How? How did something so massive form so fast? The laws of physics shrug and look away. This is cosmic mystery at its finest. Drifting nearby in the Gallery of Ancients is Galaxy Max 1149-JD1. It was spotted using a combination of Hubble and the mighty ALMA observatory. Its light has been traveling for 13.3 billion years. What's even more surprising is that scientists found signs of star formation in this galaxy that began just 250 million years after the Big Bang. That means the first stars were igniting while the universe was still stretching its arms and learning to breathe. And then, like cosmic elders in a vast, dark cathedral, we meet globular clusters. These dense balls of ancient stars orbit galaxies like bees around a hive. Some of them, like M4 and NG C6397, harbor stars that are over 13 billion years old. They're survivors of an age when galaxies were barely more than smudges, and they're still here, glowing faintly like embers from a fire that began before time could count. Let's not forget the mysterious zinc-poor star, SMSS J03130.36-6708339.3. It doesn't have a catchy nickname, but it's one of the oldest known stars in the Milky Way halo. Estimated at 13.6 billion years, this ancient beacon likely formed from the remains of the very first stars so massive they lived fast. died young, and exploded in the first great fireworks show the universe had ever seen. Some of the oldest materials aren't floating in space at all. They're right beneath our feet. Pre-solar grains, found inside meteorites on Earth, are tiny fragments of stardust that predate our solar system. Some are over 7 billion years old. They drifted through interstellar space long before our sun took its first breath. And somehow, against all odds, they found their way to Earth and into our hands. And then there's the human mind. Yes, you heard me. Because while the objects we're talking about are ancient, the act of discovering them is profoundly modern. We're not just observing the past, we're decoding it, we're reconstructing it. Every telescope we launch is a time machine. Every photon caught is a story told. There's something deeply poetic about ancient starlight. It doesn't age in flight. The light you see from a galaxy billions of years away isn't tired. It isn't worn out. It's fresh. It's now. As if the universe held on to it for eons just to deliver it to your retina at the right moment. So the next time you gaze into the night sky, remember this. You're not just looking into space. You're looking into history. You're staring into the hearts of stars that lived, burned, and died before your species had language, before your planet had oceans, before there was a you to do the looking. And yet, here you are, thinking about it, wondering, reaching, not just with telescopes, but with curiosity. That's what makes ancient starlight matter. Not just what it shows us about the past, but what it tells us about ourselves. So what does it mean that we can see so far? That our technology can reach back almost to the beginning of time? It means we're not just passengers in this universe. We're witnesses, chroniclers, detectives uncovering the ancient narrative of creation, one photon at a time. And what's more, those ancient photons don't care who you are. They don't care about your language, your nation, your politics. They land equally in the eyes of everyone under the night sky. They are democratic in the truest sense, a universal inheritance. This light, older than every mountain, every continent, every civilization, is free. It has crossed the abyss of time, not to dazzle us, but to inform us, to whisper truths that no scroll or tablet ever recorded. A kind of cosmic honesty, born of fusion, gravity, and time. And if you really think about it, you and I, we are made of the same stardust that once blazed in those ancient stars. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, it was all forged in the death throes of stars that lived and died before the Earth existed. You are not merely in the universe is in you. That connection isn't poetic fluff. It's physics, it's chemistry, it's truth, and it should stir something primal in every thinking mind. The universe doesn't just speak in explosions and gravity wells. Sometimes it speaks in silence, in faint glimmers from the edges of time. And when we learn to listen, really listen, we begin to understand that the story of ancient starlight is also the story of us. A story still unfolding. A story still being written in the sky, right now. And guess what? You're part of it.